Good morning, Market Sniper. This is Jesse. It's 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. We're going to get started. Today, put in the headline, a bearish MACD crossover. So we're going to definitely take a look at that. And then, the first 15 to 30 minutes, we're going to cover the charts. We're going to cover, Bitcoin. We're going to cover NASDAQ. We're going to cover some crypto assets. And we're going to cover the Magnificent Seven. So we're going to try to get through all that within 15 to 30 minutes. It's going to be a lot, may run over depending on what catches our eye or not. But shouldn't be any surprises on at least those that we're going to be covering, because we've been covering it every day. And we've been covering Bitcoin, on a weekly basis with the video updates. So sent out another one last night. So if you want like a full 7 to 10 minutes of Bitcoin, check out the video updates. I'm doing that every Tuesday. And then Thursday, I'm selecting one asset and doing a deeper dive and sending that video out on Thursdays, all through the free newsletter. So take a look there. Don't forget to like, share, and comment. If you comment an asset, you have to be a subscriber on YouTube. But if you comment an asset, as a subscriber, then I'll see it in the comments, and I'll if we have enough time, I'll do my best to take a look at it. If not, we can cover it tomorrow as well. So, make sure to comment an asset, put in the symbol, put in the asset, whether it's crypto or stock. Most likely it's probably on one of my watch lists. But just in case it's not, or you're trading something that isn't as common, then definitely put all of those details in, and I'll take a look at it. So before we jump into the charts, let's take a look at the comments. Michael, sure, thanks. You got it. Aldo, hello. What's up, Aldo? Where's the hat? Oh, no hat. Andre Britt, yo, Jesse. What's up, Andre? Cesar Ramon, good morning. ETH outlook. Yeah, we have I have Ethereum on one of the crypto assets that we're going to be taking a look at. Let's see, can we start to short TRB crypto? I'm not sure. We could take a look at it on the back half if you want, but again, none of this is financial advice. I'm just going to show you what I see on the charts. You still have to make a decision what you're going to be doing, either as a swing trader, day trader, scalper, or investor, right? All right, so let's jump right into it. I just want to go through the comments, and we'll increase the screen. Seems like the live stream has been fixed. There was a lot of lag, and it was choppy, and it was cutting out. And I was wondering, partly I was kind of blaming StreamYard. It's not StreamYard. After all the troubleshooting, after going through every single aspect, trying different devices, internet, blah, 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 turns out I had to upgrade the entire computer, the GPU, the CPU. I had to get more power. Disney, if we can, Caesar. Sure. I had to upgrade the power, because if we're going to do this, we got to do it right. So I got this gaming laptop. I'm not a gamer, but I guess I could be now that I have a gaming laptop, and it's got the GeForce. So we got the GPU. Live stream's pretty good right now. Yeah, although it's all because I had to update I had to spend a little bit of money and invest a little bit of money into faster, higher speed system that can handle these live streams. So there was a major drop off. I have high speed internet. I pay for 1 gigabyte, and I tested it over and over and over again. I even hardwired it in. I'm not even on Wi-Fi or anything. So I had to do all that testing, and it turns out, the last thing was I needed a gaming system that could handle live streaming, and so that's what I have. So that's what I had to do. I had to upgrade it. So it should be a lot better. It seems clear. It's not cutting out, knock on wood. So we're good to go. We're dialed into the live streaming, and it only took 10 days to figure it all out, but not bad. Oswaldo, good morning. Good morning, Oswaldo. All right, so let's jump into it. the title, pending MACD bear crossover, right? Good morning, Arnold, longtime sniper. What's up, Arnold? So yesterday there was a pending MACD bearish crossover, right? So let's dive in. Yep, I'm on the big screen. Sometimes I forget. So multitasking, right? So just a quick recap. We've got the bearish divergence. We got a lot to cover, so this is going to be a very quick recap. ALAP, hi all. Jesse, I've kindly asked for a QCOM about 2 days as possible. Sure. Thanks for the reminder. I only can remember so much. So thanks for continuing to remind me. We'll definitely put that on QCOM. All right. Okay. Bearish divergence, lower high. Price came down, hit the target, reversal candle back up. It was looking like a lower high. It was looking like a lower high. There is a pending sell signal here. And then price pushed back up and there was no sell signal. Yesterday, there was a pending sell signal and a pending MACD bearish crossover. Still no sell signal, still no pending MACD bearish crossover, which a lot of times is a lagging indicator. But what we did have is price closed below the trending line or the trending. Let me put on the trending dots just so it's easier to talk about. I like it better visually anyways, but price closed below the trending dots and price closed below this trend line, right? So if we tighten that up a little bit, price closed below the trend line, price closed below the trending dots. Then we had another daily close. Then we had another pending sell and a pending MACD bearish crossover. Now we have another pending sell signal and we have another pending MACD bearish crossover, right? So it's rolling over. So this was a potential lower high, and now obviously it won't be confirmed until the price closes back below this pivot here. But if you're shorting a bounce, you're waiting for a higher probability, right? And you're waiting for it, and now you're just waiting patiently to get that confirmation. So that's where we're at. We're on a pending MACD bearish crossover, and we're on a pending, if we look at it here just real quick, inputs, let's not show the MACD, pending sell signal. So they're both on the same exact candle, and they've both been pending for a couple of days now. We're going to leave that on for now. So that's NASDAQ. We do have natural gas here as well. I didn't put that in the comment or in the streaming banner, but we'll take a look at it as well. Just a quick glance. We're on the daily chart. It had that buy signal, had follow through, price came back, almost retested it, but the trending dots are trending upwards, right? So it's still currently bullish until it's not. We did have a pending buy signal on the weekly chart. I believe that's gone away temporarily. It was pending. So it did come all the way back down. It was pending up here and then it came all the way back down. So it's getting closer and closer to making, a move longer term, at least a couple of weeks pump up, and then it's possible another retracement and then another move back up into the target, longer term target one. And, the 200-week moving average just so happens to come up into that. So it seems like it's getting close on natural gas. I'm currently in a long position. Again, not financial advice, on the futures, right? So I'm on futures. Let's see any quick comments before I keep going. Hi, Jesse. Got that one. All right. So we're going to cover about 4 crypto assets, because we got a lot of requests as well. So the next one will be Ethereum, and then we'll jump over to Magnificent 7. We're at about 10 minutes right now. I think we can get it all in within that 30 minutes, and then we'll jump into the chart requests from there. So that's the lineup. Let's go right into Ethereum. This is the weekly chart. Again, overall, it's still bearish. It could be finding support at the 200-week moving average. Could have put in a higher low. One thing that looks different on Ethereum versus Bitcoin is there was no bearish divergence. Had this peak, had a reversal candle, and then this looks like, you know, a little bit lower of a lower high here, right? So if you switch it over to like a line, it looks like, potential lower high here, and then it closed back below, right? So peak, a lower high, a lower low, another lower low. Well, I guess you wouldn't call it another low. It did close lower, but a lower low, taking this low here, this pivot, could price pump up into the trending dots as it's still rolling over and it's still red, right? Trending dots. We'll look at the daily chart, but it's still bearish, right? Still rolling over. Could have put in another lower high before going lower. And I have some targets here with question marks. So we'll look at the first question mark and then possibly the second. From there, let's go back to the candles, and then let's drop down to the daily chart on Ethereum. So on Ethereum, if you look, that we pointed out, I believe on Monday, I believe we did a deeper dive on crypto on Monday on the live stream. So you can take a look at that, or we're going to cover it here, and they'll all start looking similar after a while. So we had a buy signal, price starts to reverse back up, right? I'm sorry, we didn't have a buy signal. We had bullish divergence, right? So had bullish divergence. That's what this green line is, bullish divergence. We did have a buy signal back here on the RSI, but as you can see, there could be bullish divergence. So, that's not part of my strategy. It's just, it's more of a, like an alert system, right? And then in our, let's see, about right here on price, you can see we were alerted on a bot alert system of a potential buy. That's what I was trying to say. So we had bullish divergence, right? Then we had a potential buy about right here on this candle. So bullish divergence followed by a potential buy on our bot alert system. Then it looks like the next candle pretty much closed above the trending dots. And then we've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 days in a row of closing above the trending dots. Then the trending dots started to flip green, right? And we could be getting close to a potential buy signal, but not yet. So not quite yet. You could even draw, downward trend line like that. So you can kind of see probably getting closer and closer. So you can redraw it like that. Maybe come back up, hit some targets, put in that lower high, and then we'll see if it rolls over after that. So very similar game plan to Bitcoin, which I've talked about a lot, daily, weekly, for weeks and months, right? So still looking to play out very similar to silver and gold that we've been watching. So that's Ethereum. Let's keep moving to Solana. No new comments. Just taking a quick glance here and there. The difference with Sol is that there was no bullish divergence. Price did break the downward trend line, and we would have received a potential buy on the bot alert system. That's not just for Discord. That is for recorded coaching members only, the sharpshooter package. So it does cost a little bit more, but you're going to get all the sniper tools that are included with that. So it is $79 a month. I think it's the best value because it gives a lot more than a lot of other programs out there that I see that I believe aren't as good, and they charge twice as much. So that's I am a little biased though. I am a little sniper biased, but I think it's a pretty good value. And I've talked about raising prices because I feel like it is undervalued price wise. But I'm not going to. I'm going to leave it. I keep adding things to it as well. So we're gonna keep it where it's at for now. A little bit of a plug. We don't have any paid sponsors. We don't shill coins here. This is the no shilling channel. We don't promote exchanges for money. We don't do any of that stuff here. So we're 100% independent. We're not even monetized on YouTube or Twitter. So we're not even monetized on Twitter or YouTube. Basically doing this for free. This is great. But if you do want to learn more as a sniper and you want to join a sniper community, and block the noise and really get hyper focused with us, especially before, we potentially see another bull run, then that's what we have. We have two options, $29 and $79. So back to it. So, after closing back above, we did see a push up. We did see a RSI buy signal. So you would have seen like a potential buy on the bot alert system. So not to get off track, on the 15th, so 5 days ago. And then you would have seen RSI buy signal here on the 17th. And then and then a little bit lagging behind is the buy signal on the 19th yesterday. And price was already hitting target 1 by then. Now you're kind of seeing the trending dots curl back up and have flipped green, right? So they flipped green, and we'll see if the second target gets hit. Maybe it takes a little bit more time, and then again, will it create a lower high and then continue back downwards? That's my main thought right now. Andre, thanks, legend. You got it, Andre. Thank you. Cardano, aka ADA. So there was bullish divergence. You can see that the indicator is not picking up, most likely because of the settings, but the eyeball test, very similar to Ethereum, very similar to Bitcoin. So you got that bullish divergence, right? And then we would have seen a potential buy from the bot alert system, because these are in the sniper top 40 list. So I have 20 crypto assets and roughly 20 stocks, futures, and I think it's just stock and futures. So a total of 40. So it's split about 20 and 20. So these are all on the sniper top 40 bot alert system. Notified ahead of time back in here of a potential buy. We would have been not notified, but we would have been alerted or seen on the sharpshooter RSI of bullish divergence if I change the settings, right? And then RSI buy signal. So all this is leading up from this candle, leading up, and then price breaks above the downward trend line. And now after price retesting, the trending dots would just flipped green, right? Just flipped green right there. So again, will price come up, hit some targets up for ADA and Cardano, aka Cardano, and then put in a lower high and roll over? We'll see, because price could always come up, hit the targets, and flip resistance into support and then continue higher. So we'll determine that at that point, and we'll see what the overall trend is, and we'll go from there. So that's Cardano. And then we got MACD here. And we do have silver and gold. I didn't mention that on the banner, the scrolling banner, but we do have silver and gold. We'll take a look at that. Silver looks like it could have a buy signal soon, and then gold already did. So we'll take a look. Is gold leading the way? Or is it just going to put in a lower high? We'll see. So MACD had that bullish divergence starting here. So bullish divergence. It is getting picked up on the sharpshooter indicator. Babster Loafman, we are fortunate to have Sir Olson with us. Thank you for blessing us. Thank you, Babster. It's a win-win. We're in it to win it together. Snipe these markets together. I'm excited. Good things are happening. This wasn't all a dream. Not to quote, an old 90s classic song. It wasn't all a dream. But this is all a vision, all thoughts. A year and a half ago, kind of started with the Discord. Thanks to all of you. those who have been following me on the X app have, pushed me to do this. I was comfortable. Uh, you know, I hung up the cleats from the mortgage and real estate world of early 2021 when the rates were all-time lows. It was easy, but I was unfulfilled. It was easy money, but that's all it was to me. It no longer became fun for me after 17 years. And I had learned a new skill. I self-taught myself. So luckily you don't have to teach yourself because it takes time and a lot of money to develop your own trading. So you can kind of skip the line faster through my trials and errors and my trading. I learned the hard way, right? So teaching yourself is the hard way, but it's I've stuck to it. And once the money was there better than real estate and mortgage, then I was able to retire from real estate and mortgage and do this full time trading. And then, countless you guys pushing me to teach you how to do this. I declined for 3 to 6 months, started the paid newsletter. Wasn't enough. People were getting scammed $1,000. So I decided to start teaching people. And we started that back in March 2022. And because of all of you, your questions, trying to figure this out in real time, I decided to start going down the road of building these indicators out to help visually, right? To help support the strategy visually. And here we are. We've got multiple indicators, rolled out a dashboard, beta test to the snipers, and it's just the beginning. We're going to continue to get better and snipe these markets together. So we'll keep going. MACD. So after the bullish divergence, right, we would have also been alerted in the bot alert system, a potential buy signal, right? Then we had an RSI buy signal here. And then price closed above the trending line. Price closed above the trending dots. Now we have a green trending dot. And we should see a buy signal soon on the daily chart. And once that happens, maybe we'll come up and retest some targets up here, maybe the 200-week moving average on MACD. And let's go from there. It's swing trading, right? So we're hyper focused on swing trading. Maybe the prices will go to the moon, maybe not. Maybe we have to wait for the next bull run. So maybe markets, some of these assets will go to zero. But we'll just take it level by level and try to sniper it as the best that we can on each individual level of each individual chart. So even though a lot of the charts look the same, starting to ramble. Let's not ramble. Let's keep it clean. All right, let's do silver and gold, and then we'll jump over to the Magnificent Seven, and then we'll jump back over to. Then we'll start looking at everything you guys want to look at. So let's go. Silver. Speed this up because we do have about 9 more to go through. So you do have a pending buy signal. Let's zoom out here. So again, this is still the overall thought. Drew it back here when price was here. Price could come back down. It did, right? $22.55. So from up here, talking about price could come back down. It did, and kind of go through this consolidation period, whether it's down, up, back down, consolidate, right? And then we'll see what direction it goes from there. But let's look at the weekly chart, see if we can kind of get a gauge of what the overall direction might be, right? It's hard to say. It seems like it's coiling up. It seems like silver is getting ready for a bigger move, and it seems like it could be to the upside as of right now, because there is a pending buy signal in the weekly chart. There is a pending buy signal on the daily chart. So overall, at this moment, reading it, we have to lean towards turning bullish. But as you can see, from this move here, there's a lower high, there's a lower high. So a higher probability is going to be most likely that it's a bigger move to the upside. If we get, say, everything's looking bullish and price is closing back above, here, I mean, would you wait for this? Probably not. But as a swing trader, you're probably on a lower time frame. But if you get price back above this trend line here, you get price back above this, horizontal here, that's putting in a higher high on price for silver. So it's possible in the next week or two we see price come back up, but it could just come back down as well and continue to coil. So it's kind of a wait and see right now. Of course, it could break down to the downside. It's been going through this consolidation period, right? It's been going through this consolidation period. Basically, the trending dots are just going sideways. So that's pretty much all I see. This little bit of a pattern here. If the pattern ends up playing out, right, you could take it from, we'll just call it from here to there, right? And we'll just kind of see where it goes from there. But it's possible that could be, a potential move. But for now, it's still consolidating within this pattern, and it could take some time to play out. So not much really to report on silver unless you're on a lower time frame. Let's look at gold. Still, I kind of drew this out as the overall downward trend. Will it break out to the upside? Possibly, right? Or will it roll over and come down and hit lower targets? So as of now, it's still, this was like a high, and then price came down to this lower target, put in a lower high, closed lower, hit another target, another lower high. So, very similar to silver. So we'll see if this is still the overall downward trend. But if it starts closing back above the trending dots on the weekly chart, starts closing back above here, maybe it's going to continue to be bullish, right? And then maybe these targets won't be hit. So then at that point, you can kind of delete it. And that price did find support here, right? A lower low. But it could come all the way back up, put in a lower high, and then still roll back over. So it's too early to say, but there was a buy signal on the weekly chart. At the time, it was below the trending dots, which takes time to play out. If you look at the daily chart, there also was a buy signal and above the trending dots. So as of right now, gold is bullish on the daily chart. Gold is bullish on the weekly chart. Trending dots are coming up. It's right into resistance. So it's possible you kind of see something like this, where maybe it gets rejected here, comes right back down, finds support, and then makes a move, right? So if you've got these trending circles coming out like that, and it would be kind of more of a move like that, that is possible, right? So we'll be watching that, see if it gets rejected here, consolidates, and then makes a move out. Of course, it could break out, come back down, back test it, and then go as well. So on the daily chart, it does look like there is a low here, a higher low, a higher low. So it's just been contracting and coiling up in this basically a sideways consolidation pattern, right? So it's getting very close to making a move, whether it's today, tomorrow, or possibly, early October. You can kind of see it playing out where, maybe it gets rejected, consolidates, and then makes a move after that. So that's what I'm seeing on gold. We're right at the 30 minutes. Let's move over to the Magnificent Seven. Take a look at it. See if there's any comments or questions. Nothing. We're going to keep going. NVIDIA. Let's see. Let me get back on the cursor. I always do that, but I remember this time. I'll learn. So the breakdown, right? So whether it, comes down his target, bounces back up into the trending dots, and then comes lower before hitting the trending dots. Rick's Moneymakers Helton. Hi everyone. What's up, Rick's Moneymaker Helton? Good morning. Welcome. So it's still trending down on the daily chart. Let's take a look at the weekly chart. Still trending down after this bearish divergence. RSI sell signal. Additional bearish divergence. This is putting in a lower low on RSI. Everything is trending back down. The EMA is back from ultra bullish and is also back down. The week is below the trending dot. So again, you can kind of see in the daily chart, a lower high could be put in, and it could be back up to where the weekly trending dots are, all kind of lines up. So just being aware of that. But going back down the daily chart, it's still bearish. So it's possible it hits a target first, or it's possible that it comes back up into the trending dots and then rolls over. So could go like something like that, down, up, or down, back up, back in the trending dots, and then continue back down. So still trending downward on NVIDIA. Meta. Let's look at the weekly chart. So got that massive gap down below 20%. Let's see, had that bearish divergence. Price broke down, hit two targets. This could turn out to be like a lower high, but it's too early to say in the weekly chart. And then we'll see if it's going to roll over or not. It's currently back above the trending dots, but you can see the trending dots kind of rolling over. So we'll eventually break back down. It could. So if we zoom in on the daily chart, you had this bearish divergence all the way to here, and then price broke down, hit the two targets. This looks like that lower high, followed by a reversal candle. Price also closed back below the trend line. And then for a brief second, price closed below the trending dots, kind of pumped back up, and then we'll see if it continues to roll back over. So it seems like it will, but it's too early to say. And it seems like this could be that lower high, but it's too early to call it, right? That's Meta. Keep going. Amazon. Okay, Amazon had that bearish divergence, right? Bearish divergence going all the way back to June. So June 2023. Lefa, Rick is good. Awesome. Oh, I know, but I always read Rick's Moneymaker Helton. I think it's funny to say. I think it's awesome. Hey, if you got a cool name, let's talk about it. Mine's boring. Jesse Olson. Yeah, great. So you got bearish divergence all the way back from June 2023. So my math, 1, 2, 3 months of bearish divergence. Sell signal. Could there be future bearish divergence? Yeah, there could be. There definitely could be future bearish divergence. But I think after this point, the way the charts are looking to me, I'm going to say that I think that's a lower probability. It's possible, but I'm not seeing it as probable at this point. I could be wrong. I've been wrong before, but I don't like to make a habit of it. I don't like to make a habit of it. And it's breaking down. It's currently breaking down. So I'm not currently in a Amazon short. A lower high would be a higher probability, but I'm not shorting it. I'm already in a couple positions on a couple shorts, and I don't like to have too many trades going at once. I like to stay hyper focused on just a few that I'm looking at. G-Rod, morning everybody. Good morning, G-Rod. So Amazon, if you're just tuning in, whether you're going to be the replay crew or you're getting here a little bit late just because everyone's on a different time zone, everyone's on a different time schedule. People have to work. People run businesses. People are, this is, live streaming around the world, right? We've got 12 viewers. We're live streaming around the world. We've got viewers on the X app, stuff like that. So, but Amazon is breaking down. As you can see, there's a sell signal after 3 months of bearish divergence. So you can blame the news, you can blame this, you can blame that, but the charts are telling us for 3 months there's bearish divergence. The charts are telling us when there's reversal candles. The bot alert systems are telling us when there's a potential sell signal, right? We would have received a potential sell signal here in the sharpshooter package, right? So we received a potential sell here after bearish divergence. We received an RSI signal and a sell signal here on the same day yesterday. And now it's continuing to break down. So, is the news happen, or does the bearish divergence and potential sells and sells happen first, right? And my answer to that. Next, Microsoft, so 9:36. So I'm 6 minutes over running on, going through the charts. It's going to look very similar. Microsoft, we were already talking about the breakdown, the sell signal on Friday after the reversal candle. So price did pump back up. But RSI put in a sneaky lower high. So there was sneaky bearish divergence from this candle to this candle. So trap some more longs to the upside, right? It's rolling over. Now we have a pending MACD bear crossover. So you can see it is lagging, right? And there's that long-term bearish divergence going back to May. Bearish divergence. Hit target 1. Just pierced it. Didn't even close in the target 1. So it's looking like the probability that, Microsoft is going to continue back down to target 1. And then we'll see how it goes on target 2 after that. Weekly chart continuing to go down. Bearish divergence followed by RSI sell signal. And even on the weekly, potential sell signal back here on, we would have received a potential sell signal back here. The weekly chart, this is looking stronger and stronger as a lower high on the weekly chart, signaling further downside. There is no sell signal on the weekly chart, but we know it's lagging. You see that, you get that sell signal coming in, then the probabilities will continue to stack that we're going to see the second target, possibly the third target, and then even possibly back down the 200-week moving average. Tesla could be a lower high on the weekly chart. Too early to say. Gotta take a deep breath here. Daily chart could be a lower high on the daily chart. Too early to say. Could be a sneaky double top on the daily chart with slight bearish divergence. I ran out of water. Okay. So there we go. My dog's not in here. Where's the puppy cam? What's the puppy doing? So it's possible, but as of right now, it's still holding above the trending dots, still holding above the trend line. But we could see it continue to roll over on Tesla. Just too early to say if this is going to be that lower high. There is that small gap up here that it's possible comes up, fills that gap, and then rolls over. So that's Tesla. Not much to report on that. The last couple of days been just holding on. So we'll see what happens. Apple, we talked about the bearish divergence, talked about hitting target 1, barely missing target 2. We talked about and planned this out of a potential idea that price could rally back up and close the gap. It got within that 0.45%, broke back down. It's come back into the trending dots, and then we'll see. It's still bearish on the daily chart. It is currently breaking down, getting rejected off the trending dots. Weekly chart had a sell signal. The weekly trending dots rolled over. It's still red. Let me take off this. Let me take off question mark, right? Kind of looking at it, this was a lower high. This was a lower high, followed by a sell signal. On RSI, it's looking like a lower low, but there was no lower low on the sell signal. So this pending buy could disappear. It's still, this week isn't over. And even if there is a buy signal similar to here, it is below the trending dots, right? So it's one of those false signals potentially, or one of those fake outs to the upside potentially as it's battling the longer. And then we'll see if it breaks down. So seems like it could be, and it definitely is breaking down on the daily chart. Google still holding on bullish, but when we drop down the daily chart, we have a long-term bearish divergence going all the way back to May 2023. We've been covering this a lot. We've been covering all the way back here, bearish divergence, looks like a back test of the trend line, another close. And now most likely, we do have a MACD bearish crossover pending right now. So if we get a daily close below the trending dots, we get a bearish MACD crossover. You can see RSI is closing below the EMA slow. And so it looks like we're going to get a sell signal soon. We don't have one yet, and the day isn't over. So by the time the day closes, there might not be a MACD bearish crossover yet. Could be tomorrow, could be today, could be the next day. We don't know when it's going to happen, but it is trending that way. And then so the probabilities are stacking that we're going to see this target get hit. We have a gap just below that, kind of lines up with it. At some point, we're going to put in a lower high. That would be a higher probability to attack to the downside. We have a gap down here. I don't remember what the gap percentages are, but it doesn't look that big. It's a small gap. So it's a very small gap right there. So I don't pay too much attention to that one. It is on the chart. That one's a 4% gap. So that is a little bit bigger gap. So that's it. That's the Magnificent Seven. We covered crypto as we talked about, silver, gold, and now we're going to let's get into the requests. So we're going to go back through the comments, take a look at it. QCOM for ALAP. Let me know if I said it correctly. ALAP. Sorry, my pronunciations aren't great. People misspell my name all the time. So if you feel like you want to misspell my name, as revenge, feel free. I'm used to it. They've been doing it since I've known that how to spell my name, right? Even my own aunts misspell my name. It's funny. They'll throw in an IE on it on a regular basis. I'm like, my own aunt, my own godmother still spells it IE every once in a while. It's funny. So QCOM. Since you've been asking about it for days and I've been missing it, I apologize. And so we're going to look at that one first. And then we'll go back up to the top of the comments and we'll go through there. Incorporated NASDAQ. Give me a thumbs up on the comments if this is the right asset. I'm pretty sure it is, but it's good to give me a thumbs up on it. Let me know you're spelling it well. Awesome. Okay, so let's look at overall. So someone had me chart this before, so I don't know if that was in the Discord, Twitter, maybe it was a live stream, but someone recently already had me take a look at it. So let me know if you've asked about this one before, but overall, the weekly chart is still currently bearish. So we'll look at the daily chart, but overall, it's still bearish on the weekly chart. It's still below the 200-week moving average, which many investors will say, below the 200-day moving average, below the 200-week moving average, that it's considered bearish longer term. So they will only take shorts if that's the case, right? So that is an awareness. There was a breakout in the lower time frame. You can see target 1 was hit. So let's go to the daily chart, see if there's a possibility of possibly hitting higher targets. As of right now, it doesn't look like it. So a recap is had that bullish divergence picking up on the sharpshooter indicator, followed by hitting target 1 of a retracement, followed by a breakout, buy signal. Price came up just a little bit short of target 2, and then there was a quick sell signal after that, and it's back below the trailing dots. Now the trailing dots are leveling out, it looks like, and they're currently green. So if you're bullish on, I didn't ask for it before. I noticed it was going up and down and thought it was a good one for swing trading. Okay. So yeah, just let me know. Also in the comments, let me know if you're looking at longs or shorts or stuff like that, because that kind of puts everything into, which way are we looking at it from visually? Are we looking at it through what lens, right? So as of right now, it could be a buy signal soon, a new buy signal, or maybe it was just coming back to back test this trend line. Maybe it's going to be putting in a higher low before hitting these higher targets and retesting, possibly the 200-week moving average. That's a lot of speculation, because as of right now, the daily chart is still bearish and the weekly chart is still bearish. So that's all I can really see on Qualcomm. Now we're going to go back up and take a look at some of the other requests. Oh, I believe from one of our snipers and longtime sniper in the Discord, he's always on the replay crew because it's a different time zone. Mike G wanted me to take a look at Mara. So let me look at Mara real quick. And then we'll jump into Gal USD for Michael. He was the first one on. So let's look at, I have Mara on the Sniper Top 40. Where are you though? That is Master MSTR. I believe it's the top. There it is. Got it. Okay. Yeah. Live stream looks good. There's no delays. The streaming is going good. Awesome. New comments. Thanks, Jesse. You got it. You're welcome. Thanks for liking, commenting, and I'm sure you're sharing this. Thank you. Okay. So one of the snipers was asking for this. He's done very good. We had him on a private coaching recorded session for the snipers and stuff that we had, replaying one of his Bitcoin miner trades, right? And he took profit on Riot at $18, and that was basically the highest of the pump. And then he got out, and that was one of his, I don't know if his best trade, but it was his most profitable trade. And I don't want to say how much he made on it, but more than a lot of people would make in a year. So working. So anyways, congrats, my man. I'm happy for you. So here on Mara, could be lagging time wise. If you look at RSI, kind of bottomed here. It could be that this is bullish divergence, very similar to Bitcoin. So this is Marathon Digital Holdings. It's a Bitcoin miner, right? So could have bullish divergence, for me, it's still bearish on the daily chart currently and on the weekly chart as well, I believe. Yeah, so it's still bearish, but that doesn't mean you can't get a a swing trade where it bounces back up, that's a pretty big bounce, right? So, if there's a if the daily chart starts to turn back around and starts to look bullish, even on this, right? So say 25%, and then if you were, if that's all you did for the stock, 25% is still awesome. But if you multiply that with like an options play or something, it's a massive move, even just to a bounce up. But as of right now, for me, waiting for higher probabilities, it could be bullish divergence, but it's too early to say. It's well below the trending dots. So the trending dots just seems like it would take some time to play out. The trending dots itself would probably start coming back like this and start to like level out. And so price itself, maybe it spikes up, kind of goes like this. And then we start seeing those buy signals and stuff coming out like that, right? And then comes up back down. So it's a lot of speculation. It's way too early to call it, but could this be bullish divergence? It's possible. So it's kind of a wait and see for me, but it is something that could be on the radar. And we've talked about this. And I did that video update. Check it out, Bitcoin and the miners. So I did cover that for about 10 minutes. So check out that video recording. And you can find it on the newsletter, I believe, and of course YouTube as well. So if you want to dive deeper into the Bitcoin miners, definitely check out that video. Okay, what else do we got? What else? Let's keep going. Gal USD, Michael, you're the first one on. Thanks. You even commented before. Early bird gets the worm. All right, Gal. Oh, trying to reach over the microphone. It's in the way. GAL. Let's see if I can spell GAL. I mean, unless you specify the exchange that you're looking at, I'll just probably do Binance. Well, let's see. You did USD, so it's probably not Binance, but I'll do Binance unless you specify the exchange, I guess. So let's look at. Typically, Binance has more history, so I like to look at things with more history. Let's look at the weekly chart. Wow. It was $199 for 1 week or less, May 2022. Let me know if this is the right chart that you're looking at. Maybe there's one with more history. The weekly chart, there are signs of life on the weekly chart. It doesn't mean you're going to get a bounce, but you could get a shorter term bounce, maybe for a few weeks. So there are signs of life, right? RSI is currently at 45 on the weekly chart. There is a RSI buy signal, and price is above the trending dots on the weekly chart. So there are signs of life. Let's look at the daily chart. So you can see that weekly pump back here on the daily chart. January, that was a nice move, right? So if you played it, somewhere even from the buy signal, right? And then you end up taking profit on a lower high, right? Or, price is breaking back down from here and there's a sell signal. That quick pump in less than a month, right? It's a pretty massive bounce even without leverage. So kind of going back here, there was bullish divergence here, and then after that there was a buy signal, and it's still currently bullish as of right now. So I'm not sure if you're in a long position or not. Oh, Michael, you're in a short position. So you'd have to let me know, Michael, like what was your entry point? Where did you short from? All that stuff, because is it a long-term short? All that stuff. New comments. So maybe you've got some more information. Yeah, it's right. I did it on Bybit What about shorter time frame? There was a pump yesterday, potential retrace. Yeah, what time frame are you looking at? Potential retrace to at least 1.25. Yeah, so it's possible that RSI puts in a lower high here on the daily chart, and that would be bearish divergence, short from 135, 1.35. Okay, so probably from that wick, I'm assuming. And so you're must be on a much lower time frame. So let me know what time frame you're on. But looking at RSI, right? This could be bearish divergence, and this could be bearish divergence, but it's too early to call it. So let's keep dropping down to lower time frames until you let me know where it's at. So 8-hour chart, you have bearish divergence, right? But this would be additional bearish divergence, and there could be more bearish divergence. So it's too early to say. Oh, 15-minute chart. Wow, we're getting to the day trades and the scalps today, right? Oh, almost 10 o'clock. So don't want to spend too much more time on it, but so $1.35. So keep in mind the overall trend, right? Over 1 hour. The overall trend, it is currently bullish on the daily chart. It is currently bullish on the 8-hour chart, as you can see, right? It could end up being bearish divergence and end up rolling over, but that's speculating, right? You're looking for higher probabilities. The 4-hour chart is currently bullish, right? So you got the daily, you get the 8-hour, you get the 4-hour, and just keep in mind you're in a short position, right? So bullish, bullish, bullish. As you keep dropping down, you know, the 2-hour chart, right? Back above the trending dots. Trending dots are currently back up. Yes, there was a RSI sell signal, but that's the 2-hour chart. Let's look at the 1-hour chart. There is a buy signal on the 1-hour chart at $1.30, right? So let's see. And then one more. Let's look at the 15-minute chart. It's bullish on the 15-minute chart. So, if you're trading on the 15-minute chart, right, and you're in a short position, you have to just kind of figure out what's your take profit strategy. You should have all that mapped out ahead of time, and at what point you continue to hold a short, based off of is it taking profit at a key target area? I can tell you this, from here to here. This looks like it found key support, right? Doesn't mean it won't retrace back up here and roll back over, but we don't know that because the daily chart is currently bullish. 8-hour chart is currently bullish. 4-hour chart is currently bullish. 1-hour chart, 15-minute is all currently bullish. So that's guessing if it's going to find a lower high and retrace here and then roll back over. As of right now, it pumped. It consolidated. Looks like it found support at a key area, right? This would be a key sniper target area. So, could be higher prices. So there you go. All right, let's get off these 15-minute charts. We're really going to confuse people when we're on the daily and the weekly chart mostly. We're really going to confuse people be on the 15-minute chart. But ETH, I already got that one. TRB, Andre. Give me a thumbs up, Andre, if you're still here. TRB crypto. TRB. And let me know what exchange you're looking at. If not, I'm just going to pick Binance. A lot of times they have a lot of history. Let's get off that 15-minute chart. Let's look at the weekly chart. TRB. Also, let me know, are you looking long or short, whatever you're doing. As of right now, TRB is ultra bullish on the weekly chart. So you can see that there was a buy signal on the weekly chart. The trending dots are trending upwards, and these candles, when they flip orange, right? And you can even see a reversal candle back here. When they flip orange, there's a magic wand on it because it's overbought, aka sometimes is when the magic happens, right? In this case, it was overbought and it reversed back down. In some cases, it's overbought and we have a magic wand. It's hard to see it, but it's a magic wand, which is kind of funny. So when the magic happens, inside joke with one of the snipers that helped code this indicator originally, helped out. So shout out to Crypto Stew over there. And so we got this magic wand above it because sometimes it's when you really see price pump after that. So it's ultra bullish on the weekly chart, TRB. However, you do have, it was ultra bullish on the daily chart. And then there was an RSI sell signal, right? And price broke down and came back to the trending dots. So as an awareness, this could be putting in a lower high. There was, if this happens to be a lower high, it could roll back over, retrace, right? See if it retraces, and then it would kind of be very close to where the weekly trending dots are. But as of right now, it's currently bullish on the daily chart and it's currently ultra bullish on the weekly chart. So when you just have to kind of think of it as like, buy the dip scenario, or you have to know when, like, hey, you're in a long position. At what point do you take profits, right? If you're in at $11 and it pumped all the way up, right? Maybe you got in, 200, 300%. At what point do you take profit? That's a massive move in the middle within about 20 to 25 days roughly, or 21 days, whatever it was. So that's TRB, but currently bullish with signs of potential. Could this be a lower high? It's too early to say right now. Okay. Disney. I think Disney was on there. What else? Disney. TRB. I think I got all of that. I think that's it. Okay, so let me look at Disney real quick. Disney is on the watch list. I don't know if it's on this watch list. I'm just going to, oh, there it is. I just saw it. Let's look at the weekly chart. Comment if anyone knows what this blue horizontal line is. Let me know if you know what this horizontal line is. Why have it on the chart? I've talked about it before, so let me know. Just see if anyone's paying attention out there. Comment. Let me know. Okay, so let's see. Long-term bullish divergence, right? So been talking about this for a long time, and it continues to have long-term bullish divergence. So going all the way back to May 2022. So more than a year of bullish divergence. 2022 low. You're on the right track, Babster Loafman, but no. So keep guessing. 2022 low. I mean, there was a 2022 low. No, is this 2023? No, that was 2022. So it was a 2022 low. So you are correct, but that's not why I have it on the line. But you're on the right track. It does have to do with the low. So you have bullish divergence. You have additional bullish divergence. It's getting picked up on the indicator. And then if I change the settings, it may also pick up bullish divergence. So from here to here would be bullish divergence to pick up. At some point, this could be the low, right? We don't know yet. It's too early to say. It's still bearish. It's still trending down. Trending dots are still trending down as well. But at some point, we could see a retracement back up into the hundreds. We could see a gap filled at, I believe, is at $72. I'd have to take a look at it. The 200-week moving average is at 118 currently. Just this key support level. Nope. Michael, nope. Keep guessing though. I want to see if anyone. I've talked about this in the past, and I've talked about it. Maybe you're new to the channels, but on Twitter, Discord, I've talked about it. Why am I putting on this horizontal line as like a marker? Let me know if you got any more guesses. So let's drop down to the daily chart on Disney, but it's long-term bullish divergence for more than a year. Okay, let's see. Let's see the daily chart. So do you have a gap still up here at $100 as well? So not $72. Oh, $100, right? It's a 5% gap. It's not a massive gap, but it's not a 1% gap. So definitely something to pay attention to, and would be on, the chart itself. I like to change the gaps to yellow dotted line. So when I have a yellow dotted line, even if I don't label it gap, then I keep it consistent. And I started doing that at least 3 years ago. And so I just keep it on there. I keep a yellow dotted line. I know if there's a yellow dotted line, it's a gap. So I just keep that. So if this is a low, right, there was a buy signal and price dropped right back down. It's currently bearish on the daily chart. It's currently bearish on the weekly chart. Could this be a higher low in hindsight? It's possible, but it's way too early to call it because it could just roll back over, right? So it's a wait and see. The trending dots are trending back upwards, and they're green. So if its price starts to close back above the trending dots, and we get a buy signal, and then price starting to close back above, we could see price make a move after that. Michael, March 2020 lows. You got it, my man. You nailed it. March 2020 lows. Awesome. So you got 2022 lows, tapped it there. 2023 went below it. Or wait, maybe it wasn't. Maybe it was the close. Might have been the close from it. It wasn't the wick, but it was looks like it might have been the weekly close. So, but that was the point, was March 2020 lows. So we talk about it a lot with like the NASDAQ COVID lows, 2020, 14 levels. All right, Caesar, you're right. 2020, 14. Let's look at that. Yeah, going all the way back to 20. So price came all the way back to $84 from 2014. Crazy. So we talked about this because many stocks, whether large or small, many stocks have retraced back to the March 2020 lows and or have gone below it, right? So we've talked about that with the Magnificent Seven, has not, and has kept the prices higher for the NASDAQ. So is it possible that the Magnificent Seven also revisit the March 2020 lows, which means that the NASDAQ would also revisit the March 2020 lows? So that's why we have it on chart. That's what we're looking for a long-term buy in Disney. Yeah. Waiting patiently for that hashtag buy the right dip, right? So instead of guessing this is the bottom, well, if you guess this is the bottom and you had a big pump, hopefully you took profit. But guessing this is the bottom when there's bullish divergence, right? There could be future bullish divergence, as we're seeing in real time, more than a year. So waiting for a higher probability reversal. Not ready on the daily chart or the weekly chart yet. So Disney's got some work to do, but keeping in mind there's a 5% gap at 100, and then there's a 200-week moving average at 118, right? And these are 2014 levels, right? So if you bought anytime in 2014 and you never sold, You held an asset for 9 years. That is the same price that you got in 2014. That's what confused me. Jira. Yeah. So probably my mistake on that one. You're probably on the right path. Tesla breaking out. Someone got the news. John. Yeah, we covered Tesla earlier. So if you're getting here late, take a look at Tesla. So that's Disney. I don't see any others. We're over an hour. We're at that hour and 10 minutes that we've been hitting every day. So we've been trying to keep this to 60 minutes, currently 70 minutes. Please smash the likes. Keep commenting assets. If you're a replay crew, keep commenting the asset you want me to look like Mike G did. And I'll catch you on the next live stream with that update. And if I miss a symbol that you wanted me to chart for you, keep letting me know. I'm not ignoring you on purpose. There's a lot of requests out there. So that way I catch you on the next live stream, and I definitely want to help you look at the markets together, sniper it. And with that, have a good rest of your day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you.